Time is an interesting thing. Sometimes it feels like it's standing still, and sometimes it feels like it's rushing by. But in 100 days from now, 90% of the things that you're dealing with will probably be different. There's only about 10% of things that you are dealing with now that you'll deal with 100 days from now. Big things, like if you want to move to a different location, big things like if you want to get married, if you want to get divorced, if you want to buy a house. But within 100 days, you can sell a house. Within 100 days, you can get married. Within 100 days, seasons change. 100 days is just over 3 months. It's winter now. In 100 days, it'll be spring. Now I moved to Florida because I wanted endless summer. And it took more than 100 days to get here responsibly. But I want you to remember that when you feel impatient, that when you feel frustrated, remember in 100 days, most of what you're dealing with will not exist. And the only thing that you are still dealing with are the big things of your life. And big things take time to do it right. As you get more mature, you learn not to rush and do things in order. Doing things in order is wisdom. Wisdom will protect you. So that means that some of the things that you're worrying about today will not be of concern in 3 months, 100 days. Tony, great to see you. Shout out to Canada, brother. Love to you. We got a lot of Canadians right now in South Florida and a lot of Quebec license plates and from all over the country. Everyone comes to South Florida in the winter. Why? It's the warmest state on average in the entire United States of America. Warmer than Arizona, warmer than Southern Cal, warmer than Hawaii. And this is why South Florida becomes the major destination point for those who like warm weather in the winter. Yesterday was the first day of winter. But like I say, in 100 days, it'll be the first day of spring. Now, I didn't like spring in New Jersey because it was still too cold. It didn't really get nice to the end of May or June. And then it got too crowded at the Jersey Shore. Now, in 100 days, if you're in a toxic relationship now, guess what? It's only going to get worse. But guess what? If you broke up with someone and you had no contact, you changed your phone number and you didn't reach out to them, in 100 days, you'll gain your confidence back. If you're out of shape now and you're going to binge eat during the holidays and you're one of these people that's going to get your life together during the new year, the bad news is that mindset will not get it done. You should go on a diet before the holidays. But it is true that, if you were disciplined and consistent for 100 days, you can change your physical appearance to a big degree. If you stopped eating out and you cooked home more and you exercised at least 5 days a week and you went for a walk every day and you did that consistently for 100 days, you'd be in probably one of the best shapes of your life. Just 3 months from now, if you did that. Well, most people do that. They'll do that for about 15 to 30 days. By day 60, they're going to be backsliding. Consistency is the difference between today and 100 days from now. If you're not consistent 100 days from now, you'll be in the same place. David, great to see you. Transformation is real. Trust me. I believe people can change. I believe most people don't. But again, I believe people can change. I have. You have. I believe that David just got a job delivering pizza. It's good if you are an entrepreneur, get a regular job to get regular, steady income so you take off some of the pressure. In 100 days, David's money situation will be better because now he has a steady income plus a side hustle. If he doesn't gamble and if he doesn't take excessive risks, if he has 100 days of a steady paycheck, financially he'll be in a better place. 100 days Can change a lot. But you got to make today day number one. Because remember, if you do 15 or 30 days of change, and then you get frustrated because you don't see the transformation, and you stop doing it for 5, 10, 15 days, then you go back to zero. Have I ever done that? Yeah. Life, guys, we're all human. No judgment, but this is life. So in 100 days, where do I want to be from now? Well, still in Florida. That's a win. Took me more than 100 days to get here. In 100 days, where do I want to be from now? Well, keep the W-2, keep that income coming in, even save up more, even if I don't have a home base, even if I don't have an RV, but we'll see. Twister, what's up, man? In 100 days, the bottom line, no matter who you are, you want to be in a better position, financially, emotionally. Even if you're in a great position now, you want to be in a better position 100 days from now, even if that just means saving more and keep working. If you're in a bad position now, the good news is it doesn't take much to get in a better position as long as you're consistent. Because you can get out of a relationship and you cannot talk to them for 100 days. You're going to be 100% in a better emotional state. But if you curse them, if you say, I'm done with them, and for 15, 20 days you stop talking to them, but then on 30 days you call just to check in on them, just to see how they're doing, then you go back to 0 days. If after the holidays, you stop eating out, and every day for lunch, you bring your own lunch. But then January 28th or February 3rd or Super Bowl, you binge and you backslide. And then some fat person tells you about some magical detox shake, keto dessert. And then you go right back to day one. It's good to fail, though. Why? Because that's how you learn. And it shows that you're doing something. So don't begrudge failure. But don't make a habit of it. Make a habit of progress. Oh, don't make a habit. Don't make a goal of going back to destructive behavior. Make a habit of consistent good behavior. Why? Because in 100 days from now, your life will be better on average. And that's the message tonight. Let's go to these live chats again. Tony, shout out to you. David, shout out to you. Twister, shout out to you. Show up, even if you don't feel like it. Why? Because if you show up every day for 100 days, at the very least, it'll be better than not showing up for 100 days. Okay? Never forget it. Yep, but the temperature is good here in South Florida, guys. The humidity has dropped off, and now we're probably in for 100 days of pretty much what most people would consider perfect weather. Now, I like it a little bit hot because I like to be drenched in sweat during the day. And even though it's still like 78 degrees, even 80, the humidity level's down. So you got to really be working out hard to get a good lather of sweat. It's a good break. It's good to sleep at night without AC. But, I do like it a little bit hotter. Tony, Sam, ask the Quebec tourist to make you some pouton. What's that, Cooch? Let me see what pouton is. I heard it. Pouton, when I hear pouton, I think of something else. I'm Googling right now what pouton is. Pouton is a dish of French fries with cheese curds. Oh, cheese fries? With brown gravy. That's the difference. It emerged in Quebec, Canada in the late 1950s. That's not that old. Okay, so I appreciate you putting me up on that. Now, would I eat that? No. Why? Because then I feel bad about myself. I wouldn't go for a walk, and I just feel slow. Now, I still eat more than 2,000 calories a day, but it's pretty much all relatively healthy food. And so if you ate pouton for one day, could you survive? Yeah, but that after you eat that, I'm looking at a picture of it, that's a heavy dish. If you ate that for 100 days, it's like that Netflix documentary, the guy who ate McDonald's for 100 days straight. You pretty much destroy your health. Thanks, Tony, for telling me about that. Tony says, yeah, it will take you 5 days to digest it and you will sleep all day after eating it. Yeah, that's napping food. Okay, that's food coma. Yeah, I don't like to be in comas, guys. I like to be awake, vibrant, starting at 5 a.m., taking no naps, and by 10, 11 o'clock at night, I'm sleeping like a baby. Then I sleep for 6 to 8 hours, which is the average recommended amount for the healthy adult. And then I'll wake up and I do it again. Now, did I always do that? No, it took a while, about 100 days of consistency back and forth to build good habits. Charles, good to see you, brother. Great to see you, man. Tony was saying, oh, you pronounce it like poutine. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking more like the cooch, pouton. Yeah, he says poutine. Okay. Charles, looks like YouTube took away the heart button on replies. Really? I've been still given a heart. I believe I've still been given a heart whenever I don't block or delete a comment. You should block and delete. Why? Well, you should weed a garden out. Now, you should prune the tree. Now, when you're a beginning YouTuber, you may not do it as much. If you're depending solely on YouTube, let everyone comment. But if it's just your 1099, you got a W-2 and other 1099s, I would tell you block, delete. Why? Look, you're the HOA president in your YouTube community. So guess what, guys? I just changed the bylaws. I'm not going to give a heart out or whatever. I'm not going to allow that comment. Yeah, I'm the HOA president. That's how you got to look at it. Good job, Charles. I'll take a look. I still seen the heart. But I'm glad they got rid of the dislike button. Now, if they got rid of the heart button, would I be upset? No, I mean, I've had some guys, I give them a heart, they think I want to get with them. I'm just trying to show them love. So again, I stand for equal rights if anyone's out there gay or transgender. But like, I just give the heart as like love, like respect. But then some guys have took that like, oh, you want to get with me? No, I don't want to get with you guys. I don't even want poutine. And I don't want to get with you chicks either. Guys, I'm single for life. Tony. Poutine in Italian means a lady of the night. Oh, well, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. That's why I thought about that. Okay, yeah. Tony, you're teaching us a lot tonight, brother. I appreciate that. Wait till I see one of my Quebec friends down here. I'm going to say that. So, guys, where are we at the end of 2021? Well, in about 10 days, it'll be 2022. In 100 days, it'll be spring. Will most people change in the course of 3 months, 100 days? No. But change is possible. You can change. I've changed. Other people change. The core of someone may be who they are, but that's okay. Tony, poutine is poutine is how the Italians say it. Pouton. Yeah, I say it like pouton. Yeah, that's how I was saying it. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I'm 100% Italian. So what I could tell you is this, guys and girls. I don't know if you like poutine, pouton. I don't know if you like the cooch. I don't know if you like the D. Okay. I don't know if you're a critic or an encourager. But I know this. If you criticize someone for 100 days, I can't see how that would make your life better. But if you encouraged for 100 days, I can see how someone would want to give you a blessing. Never forget it. I see some of these critics, they think they're going to make their way by criticizing for 100 days. Their life's getting worse. It's true. Charles. Sounds like the name of that Chris Rock movie. Yeah, I remember that. A Putang. Yeah, I do remember that movie. That's a good memory. Yeah, Charles, good job. Charles, man, keep hanging in there. Are you at 100 subs, man? I know you were at 99, going back and forth. Back and forth is part of the YouTube game. Just keep pushing forward. Keep showing up. Why? Because, Charles, I can guarantee this, and I think this is what came to my mind. I was talking to Charles last night on his live feed, and I was saying in 100 days, he'll have over 100 subs, and he'll be thinking about something else. And I wrote that down on my phone. Always write down a creative thought. Why? Because in 100 days, you ain't going to remember it, but the next day, you ain't going to remember it. So I wrote down, tomorrow's live feed will be called In 100 Days, and I'll kind of talk about the general premise. Always document your creativity because it comes in waves, and you want to remember it when you need to structure your day. Jesse, you're a traveling woman. What's going on, Jesse? Sam, this will make you laugh. It's been, this makes me upset. I'm getting upset already. She goes, it's been snowing nonstop for over a week in Norway. I'm getting very upset even though I'm not there. Homeowners go out to shovel every day. Oh, I'm getting even more upset. I've been there. I hope I don't get stuck here. Well, Jesse, I'll tell you right now, I told you I hate funerals. Well, I went to a couple great funerals for people I know, so I don't want to say that. But I want to tell you this. I don't like anything about anything you were told. I love you. I'm glad that you're sharing this. But I am not laughing. I'm getting upset for you. Get out of there as soon as you can, Jesse. I love you. I don't want to say anything negative. I don't want to make it worse. I love you, Jesse. Charles. Charles, are you at 111 subs? Last night you were at 99. 100 days from now, you'll be at 200. You'll 50% increase. If you quit your job tomorrow, 100 days from now, you'll be broker. If you show up every day at your job for 100 days, if you don't overbuy things, you'll be richer. If you did your side hustle for 100 days, you'd be wiser. If you did DoorDash for 100 days and you accepted 90% of deliveries, you'd be better for it. Consistency in what you do now to 100 days from now determines your life. Cartoon Mark, in 100 days, it'll be spring. Now I know in 100 days, it's still going to be cold in upstate New York and in New Jersey. And it was cold in the spring, still in New Jersey. But the good news is, in 100 days, it will be a different season. And you'll be closer to, better day. Cartoon Mark says, hey, friends, got the booster. Had to go home sick. Yeah, I heard I heard the booster does have a lot of side effects. But after a couple days, they do pass. But yeah, I heard that. Chills, pains, low-grade temperature. Well, Cartoon Mark, love and respect to you. Even when I got the 2-shot Moderna, the first one, I felt under the weather for about 5 days. The second one, I felt really nothing. You say, well, why should I get the vaccine? People who are getting vaccinated are still testing positive. 90% of people who get vaccinated do not go to the hospital if they get it. That's the difference. The reason we shut down the country was so that the hospitals don't get overwhelmed. Because who works at the hospitals? Nurses, doctors, maintenance techs. What happens if the nurses get sick and their children get sick and the nurses don't come into work? And when you get in a motorcycle accident because you're not wearing a helmet, there's no nurses. And then society goes into chaos. That's the whole reason we shut down the country, so that the healthcare system doesn't get overwhelmed. So if you get COVID, everyone's going to get COVID. That's the whole point. But the whole point is you don't want to overrun the hospital system. So that's the bottom line. Love to you, Cartoon Mark. Jesse, I understand. I love you, Jesse. I'll be praying for you, and I appreciate you sharing. Aaron, in 100 days, we believe your house will be sold. In an average economy, when it's going regular, it takes about 90 days to sell a house. In today's economy, it takes about 10 days. Thank you, Joe Biden. Yes, but guys, look. When it was taking 90 days to sell a house under Obama, they didn't like it's too slow. Now, to be fair, I guess houses were probably in the middle under Trump. Some could say too slow. Some can say, I don't know. So, but what made the house market boom? It even happened under Trump. Well, it was COVID. Believe it or not, people want to spend their money. And people don't need too many excuses to stay home. And remote work and people working from home, and then people having to work with their spouses and their children made them want more rooms in their house, turn their house into a gym, an office, a daycare center. People went house crazy. They're still going house crazy, even though I think housing right now is peaking. RV sales peaked. So, in 100 days from now, do I think the real estate market will be as hot? No. I think the real estate market statistically was hotter 100 days ago. It's true. The real estate market, by all statistics, peaked out in July, even though they're still moving fast. That's true. But in 100 days from now, could the prices be even higher? It's possible. I don't know the future. But I can tell you this. You can change your life in 100 days. You can sell a house. You can buy a house. Make sure you make the right decision. You're done. When in doubt, don't buy. But when in doubt, sell. That's what I say. Aaron, love to you. Adam, good evening, Sam. Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, overall, it's a good day. Beautiful day in South Florida. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. I hope your parents are doing well. I know it's not easy dealing with elderly parents. Hope your job is going well. Hope you are doing well, brother. When are you coming down to Florida, Adam? Charles, yeah, brother. You're killing it, Charles. 111 subs. If you haven't subbed to Charles, do it. If you haven't subbed to Adam, do it. Cartoon Mark's got a channel. Does anyone else have a channel in here tonight? I don't believe so. David? No, I don't think David has it. All right, so look, guys and girls. What can I tell you to inspire you? What can I tell you to motivate you? Well, I already told you the 100 days thing, so I don't want to beat a dead horse. I already told you how great Florida is in the winter. I don't want to be a dead horse. I already told you some political stuff. You didn't even want to hear that. I don't want to beat a dead horse. So what can I tell you next? Well, read a comment. That's what people come here for. Adam, we got some home health care for them. Every caretaker needs professional assistance, even if it's just someone who is not a certified nurse, but they're just a caretaker. Why? You have to take off some of that responsibility. Why? Because you're raising your own family. You got your own job. You can't do all that plus be a full-time caretaker. Adam goes, we got some health, some help, some home care health. We had to go private. There you go. And pay someone worth every penny. We're only paying them $600 a month. That's cheap. So that's not bad. Yep. And that takes off a big edge. A couple hours of service 5 days a week. That's it. Just a little bit of supplemental help. Adam, man, you're going into the new year strong, brother. Very proud of you. Very wise move. Everyone show some love to Adam. Guys and girls, in 100 days, where will I be? Will I be sitting in a house? I don't think so. Will I be sitting in an RV? That's a possibility. Will I be sitting in this car? Well, like I say, when default, don't buy but sell. So, why? Because, guys, in 100 days, if you don't buy anything, you're richer. As long as you keep working. Yeah. And you're even richer if you sell something, you don't buy, and you keep working. That's what I tell Aaron. So, now, if you buy shit, then, chances are you're going to be broker. And then all you got is stuff. You better make sure that stuff, that car, that van, that RV, that house, you better make sure that thing improves the quality of your life so much that it's worth every penny, like it is for home care health when you got two parents with dementia. Always put a value on your dollar. Always put a value on your time. Why? Because if you do that in 100 days from now, you'll be in a better place. But if you just go off emotions, guys, in 100 days from now, you'll be in a circle. Adam, I actually miss being in the fifth wheel camper. Adam, I'm going to do a video tomorrow. I prefer sleeping in a vehicle rather than sleeping in a queen mattress in a bedroom. Why? Because I've done both. And that's why I go back to RV lot or just the RV at campgrounds. I prefer to sleep in a vehicle over a house. I slept in a queen size mattress, $2,000 mattress with Italian leather platform bed. It was nice when I had some company and stuff, but I feel more cozy in a vehicle. I'm not saying the Jeep forever, but I'm saying I like the RV, travel trailer, or van for sleeping, for living. I like small, cozy. Videos coming tomorrow, brother. I agree. Fifth wheel over a house. You say a house will appreciate. Shout out to my man, Jack Burst. A RV will depreciate. Well, remember, Jack's got a house. His dream is to sell a house, live in a Class C, and have a home base when he gets tired of living in the Class. I want to tell you guys. For me, everyone's different. I don't like mattresses. I don't like mattresses or box springs. Double burden. Okay, you got two things. Don't need two things, guys. I don't like platform beds. You got the bed. You got to put that together. Then you got to put the box spring. Then you got to put the mattress. Then you got to have two nightstands. Then you got to have two lamps. You see where I'm going? I'm going fucking crazy. No. We don't need all this, guys. Okay. I don't want cable TV. I hate cable TV. I don't want two TVs. I hate TVs. I hate two of everything. I hate it. Now, thank God you got two lungs. Okay. But that's for breathing, not for buying. Never forget it. Early riser. Loving that name, brother. Had a day off today. Shout out to everyone going on their holiday break. Still got up early. That's why I love you. Vacuum. There you go. Entire apartment. Oh, that's a lot of apartment. He goes, I live in 12-mile bike. Excellent. Self-care for the win. Lifted weights. Excellent. It was my day off, and I hate my day off. Why? I do 5 to 6 days of weightlifting, but I try to take off 1 to 2 days so my muscles can heal. And I hate it. I feel, even though I went for a long-ass couple walks, I like the weights, but I hurt myself lifting weights, so I'm going to take the 1 or 2 days break per week. I'm not going to strain myself, but I miss it when I don't do it. He goes, went to the grocery store. You're productive. Productivity breeds progress. Got grapes and juice. Came home. Turned on your channel, brother. Love and respect. If you do what you just told me you did for 100 days, your life is guaranteed to be better. If you did the opposite, reverse engineer your comment. If you woke up late, you didn't clean your house, you didn't work out, you bought junk food, you went to Chick-fil-A, and you didn't watch my channel for 100 days, your life would be a disaster. Guys, I want to tell you guys, you can either engineer something or reverse engineer it. That's how you find out what you should do. Good job. Adam, yeah, the fifth wheel, I was at least felt like, more private. I like the fifth wheel. But with parents and stuff, I can understand. Then I do in my parents' house. I understand. I don't like houses, man. Even the small mobile homes, I thought I could force myself to like it. It's tough. It's tough. My parents are going through what you call sundowners syndrome. It's like being around a bunch of zombies. Yeah, they're not getting enough vitamin D. They're waking up late, but they're trying to kill themselves. Why? Because you do get to a certain point in life where you just don't want to be alive. Have I ever seen it? Yes. Do I like seeing that? No. Do I have compassion on what you're going through? Yes. All I can tell you is you made a step forward by getting professional help, even if it's a little bit, and even if it's not like a certified RN, it's a caretaker. So step forward. In 100 days, step forward. Good job. Guys, I feel good. We've been on here for 30 minutes. I showed up. If you show up every day for 30 days, for 100 days, your channel will grow. Your life will grow. Early riser. Yeah, wow. Reverse engineer a comment. I'll tell you guys, I'm thinking of it. I can't believe the Lord showed me that. That's a genius way to look at it. Great analysis. Thank you, brother. Look, if you smile for 100 days, I guarantee you better stuff happen than if you for 100 days. Guys, I can't believe I'm coming up with this stuff. I thank the Lord. All right, hydration break before I get my nighttime snack in the grocery store. I hate cooking. I said that to myself when I was looking at an electric stove with an oven. I was looking at a vent range. I was looking at a full-size refrigerator and freezer. And I said to myself, man, what am I going to do with this shit? That's not the deal breaker. We'll see in the coming weeks. By the end of next week, we're going to have a major update. But look, you got to know what you like. Buying bulk meat and putting it in a freezer and then defrosting it and then marinating it and then cooking it and then having to clean the oven and then, pots and pans. Guys, no. Gotta be careful. So, gotta keep it simple. Stay focused. Early riser. I'm going to take your advice and write down your analysis so I don't forget it. Well, I appreciate that, brother. Anytime you have a creative idea or any idea, write it down. Why? They say you're 75% more likely to do whatever you write down. And don't write down you want to learn Spanish in the new year. Okay. Write down an action plan to something that's practical. Good job. Aaron, how do you feel about the expression, no good deed left unpunished? I don't like it. Why? Because then I feel like you're giving yourself an incentive not to do something good. I understand it because I do feel like sometimes we get screwed, and I don't think you should always just do something just to do a good thing. I think you have to give thought to, is this really a good thing? And what's the repercussions, etc. But I don't like that saying. I feel like it's either a narcissist usually says that, or a sarcastic person, or someone who has a history that even their own children don't want to talk to them. So I don't like people who say that comment on average. Of course, there's exceptions. That's my opinion. Aaron, I sincerely tried to help someone today, and she took it as insincere. Was a very strange reaction that I haven't experienced before. I'm surprised. As a social worker, as someone who's compassionate, you never got like a negative reaction. Someone thought like you were like being like fake nice or fake helping. I'm surprised I've got that. So like I said, I do think it's wisdom to calculate when you do something good. But it's like giving to the church basket. You better give and not expect shit. And if you get shit, it's okay to say, all right, well, next time I'm going to have a little bit different approach or not do it. It's okay to say that. Yeah. Aaron, I don't like the saying either, but experiencing that today was so strange. Well, I'm glad you shared that because that's a teachable lesson for us all. Beyond the phrase that you were saying, it's good to acknowledge that as a compassionate, empathetic person, you're going to look to help other people and you're going to get burned either because they're going to be thankful you help but not do what they need to do, or they're going to think like you're not really being nice sincerely, whatever. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't strive to do the right thing, but it means that you have to be very calculated when you try to help others because most help is dependent on them doing for themselves. Like I say, most panhandler guys, they're drug addicts or mental problems. Why? Because there's EBT cars, there's subsidized housing, and they're not on the waiting list following up with their social worker trying to get work. They're trying to get a fix. So it's like going to a panhandler and saying, I sincerely tried to help them and they were nice to me. I guarantee you, if you go up to a panhandler and you give them money, they're going to say, oh, God bless you. And I've done that. And they're going to go and take that help and do it the wrong way. You may have tried to help someone, they thought you were insincere. Maybe they're really going to, take care. Who knows? But remember, when you're dealing with people, you never know. So self-care for the win. And you are just wiser for it because you do have to be careful. As you don't want to become a bitter person, but you want to become a better person. And that means as an empathetic person who has a great heart, that's a good thing. None of us are perfect, never forget it. But we want to calculate when we do something that is not just based on improving ourselves, but trying to help others, because that's a very dangerous thing. The Bible says, be very careful trying to get someone out of their sin, for they may pull you into their sin. You got to be very careful when you try to help people. Very. Okay, never forget it. Back to live comments. Aaron was saying, if I miss a comment, please type it again. Don't take it out of disrespect. She goes, I get it all the time at work. Yeah, I'm surprised you never dealt with that. This was a neighbor outside of the work situation. Good, now you got more reason to sell. Well, one is your neighbors are now on edge. Why? Because you've changed the atmosphere in the neighborhood. Why? Because you're selling. And that creates waves in your neighborhood. Maybe you've never experienced this. Not to say they're mad at you, but you are no longer part of the group. Why? Because you're no longer part of the community. When you sell your house, your neighbors look at you like an outsider because you're not committed anymore. You're not, they don't care about, see, like before you were, I don't know if your neighbor knows you're selling your house, but I think they do, because before you were selling your house, even if your neighbor wanted to be nasty to you, they wouldn't. Why? Because you're living there. Now you're just renting there until you sell, basically. So now they look at you different. Never forget that. She goes, I literally brought her sand and salt for her driveway, because she's older and freezing. Yeah, old people sometimes don't like to get help. They think that it's like saying that they no longer can do for themselves. But if the old bitch didn't like it, she's gonna die soon anyway, so don't worry about it. Even though, like, even my mom says that sometimes. Like, oh, why does everyone want to help me? I said, Ma, you can barely walk. I love my mom, but look, it's just, that's part of that senior life. Aaron offered to do her driveway. $2 super chat all the way from Brooklyn. Hal Woods, show some love and respect. $2 super chat. Leaving all bad habits in 2021 will be a growth. I want to tell you how leave all bad habits on the 21st of December, which that's, as I make this live feed, that's the date. And on the 22nd of December, put 100 days of consistent good behavior. Change your life. And if you fall, you get back up. Thank you, brother, for the tip. Thank you. And look, 100 days ago, you're in a better place today than you were 100 days ago, brother. Never forget it. I love you. Thank you. I know. Yeah. Oh, okay. I love you, brother. Yep. Aaron, look. Aaron also said, look, she offered to do a driveway when I did mine. Maybe she just didn't. Maybe she just wanted to be left alone. Well, maybe that, but I think there's a dynamic of what I said, but that's a little bit of an elderly complex too. You know, like they think like, oh, what do you think? I'm an invalid? I just feel bad about it. I apologize. And she slammed the door. Fuck that bitch. I wish someone would slam the door. Nah, fuck that. She got bad attitude. I'm giving her excuses. Look, if you go to someone's, if you go approach someone and say, look, here's something free and I'm willing to help you. I get it if they want to be left alone. But if someone slams a door in your face, I wouldn't hurt them. I wouldn't say anything bad to them. But in my mind, I say, fuck you. And I'll feel good about myself. Why? Get the fuck out of here. You know, come on. Nah, dude, that's nasty. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, some of these old people, nasty as hell. I want to tell you, some people, I love old people. I love kids. I love dogs. Yeah, all right. Nah, Aaron, let that go. Aaron, has bothered me all day. Well, I absolve you of that feeling. I absolve you of guilt. I absolve you of your sins. They said, Jesus, who are you to forgive sins? He says, is it easier to forgive sins or to help your neighbor plow out of their driveway? I tell you the truth, that as it is done in heaven, let it be done on earth. And in heaven, there is going to be no slamming of the door in your face unless you're that nasty bitch. She going right to hell. So don't even worry about that. Okay. Early riser. Sam, I heard someone say a person should be kind and caring sometimes. Well, you got to have boundaries, though. Remember, guys, we're not in heaven. We dealing with some nasty motherfuckers down here, man. For selfish reasons. Like, if you do good deeds, it'll make the person who did it feel better. Well, there's a balance. You should do good deeds. You should let people see them at times. But you should also do good deeds and keep them private. And sometimes you shouldn't do a good deed. Why? Because you got to calculate what's really going on. There's a balance. You need wisdom. You need discernment. And some trial and error. Aaron, I didn't think of the selling issue. There's a lot of issues there, and none of them are yours. You're absolved. Don't even worry about it. Hal, I love you, brother. Never forget it. Thank you. Hal, that's what I meant. I know it. You're a killer. You're a champion. You're a lover. Aaron, laughing, thanks for letting me know about. Let me talk about. No, it was a good share. It was good conversation here because I was running out of shit about the 100 days too. But I guarantee in 100 days you're gonna be thankful she ain't your neighbor. Never forget it. Sam, I felt off a day over the interaction. Well, now you're absolved. Letting it go. It's gone. Guys, all of us have to let stuff go. Let's let it go. We don't want a storage unit of emotional bad memories. Let it all go, guys. I don't have a storage unit of stuff, and I don't have a storage unit of regrets. I let it all go by the grace of God. You're absolved. Guys and girls, everyone who watches, I appreciate you. Hal, thank you for that tip. Thank you to all my members. I have sincere gratitude. Tony taught me what poutine was. David, getting that transformation W2. Charles got 111 subs. Eat your heart out. Justio, my first ever member. Freezing in Norway. Pray for her. Cartoon Mark got his third booster, triple vaxxed. Feeling a little under the weather, but 90% chance if he gets COVID, he ain't going to the hospital. That's okay. Aaron, she let it go. We ain't even going to talk about it no more. Adam made a big step forward by getting help for his elderly, aging parents who have dementia. Take some of the edge off him and his family. Good job. Early riser got such good habits. He's got such good habits that if you reversed engineered his good habits, you'd have such destructive habits, you'd destroy your life. Never forget it. And what I can tell you is this. Hal, you are BK's finest. And I love everyone who's trying to do the right thing. We all do the wrong thing. But those who persevere to try to live a better life, if they do that with effort, in 100 days, they'll be better. Why? Because like I said, with a little faith, you can move mountains. With a little effort, consistent effort for 100 days, change your life, transform your life, man. Never forget that. If it's winter now, in 100 days, it'll be spring. Now, again, in Florida, endless summer. But I love everyone. Hope the message helped. Thank you for your contribution in the chat, sharing your story, and I appreciate it. Peace.